And today we're talking all about how to increase your website traffic. Now, I know I normally only teach about SEO and content marketing, but in today's episode, I am going to touch on some other marketing channels that you could use to grow your website traffic. And we're going to look at the pros and the cons of different channels to help you really make that determination as to which channel or channels you want to focus on to grow your business. All right, so first off, let's start with the basics. What exactly is website traffic? Because I do get that question once in a while. Website traffic is simply the traffic that's coming to your website. It can arrive at your website from a number of different places, and that's part of what we're going to talk about in today's episode is what are those places? How do they work? Are they free? Are they paid? All of that. So what you may also be wondering is how do you know what your website traffic is right now? So you know if it's good, if it's bad, you know if you need to increase it or if you've got enough. So most of us have Google Analytics or a different analytics program on our website. You're going to want to use your analytics website analytics program, and you're going to want to look and see how much traffic am I getting and where is that traffic coming from. So I want you to take a look and see how much traffic do you get. If you get 30 visits a month, are you happy with that? Probably not. But if you're getting 30 visits a month and you are booking out 25 clients and you really don't have room to take on anyone else and you don't really want to hire someone else, you may not need to increase your website traffic because you have enough traffic to sustain the business in the manner that you want. But if you want to scale, you probably need to increase traffic. Most people are looking to increase website traffic because with an increase in traffic, generally we will see an increase in leads and an increase in conversions, which means sales and an increase in revenue for the business. So you want to use your analytics platform and you want to take a look at your website traffic and just understand how many people are finding your website. And I want you to look at the channels information. Where is your traffic coming from right now? And I want you to think about where are you putting your effort right now? Are you seeing a return on effort? So if you're spending $1,500 a month because you have a social media manager and they're taking care of your social media for you, for your business, and you're only getting 10 visits a month to your website, you need to make a determination if you're okay with 10 visits to your website a month from social media when you're investing $1,500 a month on a social media manager. Now, they may be growing your social media following, which is great. But things like your social media followers, those are vanity metrics. If they're not coming to your website, they're not downloading your freebies, they're not engaging with your content, they're not buying your products, they don't matter to your bottom line, and they're just a vanity metric. The number of people who follow you on social media does not really have anything to do with the size of your business or the amount of revenue that your business is bringing in. So I want you to think about that. So look at where your traffic is coming from right now. And I usually, when I'm doing reporting, taking on a new client or working with students, I have them go back for the last 12 months because I like to be able to see year over year, how are we trending? And I like to be able to see if there's like seasonal shifts and things like that. So go back and look at your analytics program. If you have data back for 12 months, go back 12 months and I want you to track your total traffic. And then if you're investing in different channels, go ahead and put that channel information in there as well. Obviously, I do SEO, so this is always something that I report on is the total traffic and then the amount of traffic that came from SEO. If you've been focusing heavily on social media, go ahead and track that. If you're focusing heavily on one particular social media channel versus the others, go ahead and track that individually so that you know if you're getting a return and you know how you're doing right now. We call this a baseline report. You want to know, what does my traffic look like right now? Then we want to look at how engaged is our traffic. So yes, we're getting website traffic, but do they like what they're finding? If you're putting a bunch of effort into a social media channel and you're getting traffic, but they're only spending 10 seconds on your site, or they're not downloading your freebies, you're not getting results because you're not targeting the right person. They're not going to convert. They're not going to spend enough time on your site to get to know you and to like you and to trust you and want to be part of your world. Just like Ariel from Little Mermaid. We were talking about Little Mermaid movie in the car this morning on the way to camp drop off. That cracked me up. It was, my son loves this Trivia for Kids podcast, and we were listening to it on the way to camp this morning. They will not want to be part of your world. So if you want them to come back and you want them to be part of what's going on, then you need to make sure that there's an alignment and you're creating the right kind of content, you're getting the right kind of person. So you want to really understand where everything's at today. Your next question may be, how much traffic should I get? So that I alluded to, talked about it just a little bit ago. You really want the amount of traffic it's going to take to reach your goals. So if you have a set revenue goal, you need to know how many people it's going to take to pull through your funnel to hit that revenue goal. So you're going to need to know what your traffic number is. You're going to need to know your conversion rate, and you're going to need to know your average order value in order to backtrack to determine how many people you need to have come through your funnel. So if you need 1,000 people to come through your funnel and this year you got 400, you need more traffic. If you only need 500 people to come through your funnel to make your revenue goals and you got 450, you're on a good track. You might want to increase your revenue goal. If you, if you're already 90% of the way there, it might be time to increase that revenue goal. Backtracking, increasing your traffic as well. So you really want to think about what's realistic for your business and the stage that you're in, and how much do you want to grow? Because you probably do want to grow, but you want to grow in a way that makes sense to your business. All right, so now let's talk about the different common sources of website traffic. So in order to increase your traffic, you're going to need to determine which channels you're going to focus on, channels you're going to focus on to increase your traffic. So let's start with free, because I always like a good free website traffic channel. Anyone guess what number one is? Oh yeah, search engine optimization. Would I teach something different as the number one free traffic channel? Come on. So SEO, or search engine optimization, is the most powerful free traffic channel for a website. It is your best bet for building website traffic that's free, that's long lasting, that's super interested in what you're looking for, what you offer, because they're literally searching in Google for things that are related to what you offer on your website. That's how they're getting to your website. SEO is fantastic because it's very engaged, very targeted, very relevant traffic, and it's free. Another free marketing channel is social media. And I know social media can be really exciting and it's sexy and it's fun and you get to make videos and point and click and then you have to edit them and suddenly it's not as fun. Anyone else? So social media can be really fun. But the caveat here is with social media, it's important that you're not just building your social media following, but you're actually bringing them over to your website. You need to get them off the platform there to your website in order to increase your traffic. That means you're going to need to have something like a freebies page where they can come to your website to get your opt-in rather than using Linktree. So remember, I did a blog post recently and a podcast episode about, is Linktree bad for your SEO? And Linktree itself is not bad for you. However, there's no reason to give up clicks to someone else. So create a freebies page on your website. If you're not sure what it should look like, go ahead and take a look at mine. I patterned mine off of Linktree, so go ahead and, copy, make it your own, whatever. Use it as guidance. I don't care. Just don't copy exactly what I have. Customize it for you. So edgemarketing.com/freebies. Take a look at that page. move your freebies to your website. Now you've got people used to coming to your website. It's going to boost your traffic, but it's also getting them on your email list so that as you're creating your weekly content, you can nurture them. You can send them that weekly content and say, hey, I have this for you, which keeps you top of mind and builds those like and trust factors because they keep coming back. They know that you have the information that they need. So social media, bring them to email. You can also have free traffic through email. But again, you've got to get them on your email list first. But a lot of my traffic comes from my email list to like my signups and my webinars and things like that because they're on the list. They know me. They trust me. You know, you've probably signed up for something that I've emailed you about because you want to be on the list. You want to learn about website traffic and search engine optimization and content marketing. So if I send you a note that says, hey, I'm teaching a class this morning and it's free, you're probably going to sign up for it because you want to learn more and you already like me and trust me and know who I am and want to click through. It's the same thing for you, for your business, okay? So those are your core initial free channels. They're going to be your SEO, social media, your email. There's one more, and that's your referral traffic. Referral can be free or paid. In this instance, we're going to talk about free referral traffic. This is like doing things like podcast interviews or responding to HARO queries and being included in a post. So if somebody else quotes you and links back to your website, or say you are active in your community and the newspaper does an article about you and they include a link to your website, or you are a guest on someone else's podcast and they link to your website. The visits who come from there are considered referral traffic. That can be another way to increase your website traffic for free if you're doing like a digital PR campaign where you're trying to be on podcasts and you're trying to be interviewed and you're trying to do things like that. It can help in several ways, one of which is it can help boost your domain authority, which can make it easier for you to rank for additional keywords because you're now getting links from other websites that are basically saying to Google, hey, we like this site. It's a good one. You should come check it out as well. But from a traffic standpoint only, it's a really great resource for free traffic. So sometimes you can get a lot of traffic from things like that. I did a podcast interview about 2 years ago that still sends me leads every single month. It was a fantastic interview. I love it, and it helps my business. So look for those opportunities. All right, now let's talk about some paid website traffic opportunities and some ways that you can drive traffic with paid investment. So you can do Google ads and you can do ads on pretty much every social media channel. You can also, if you're an e-commerce business, you can do Google Shopping where your ads show up and people can come straight to your product and they can purchase it. You can do display ads that show up on other sites. You can do ads that are on other websites. There's all sorts of options for paid traffic. So if you want to do paid, it can be great. It can help scale. It can help you really reach a broader audience. The challenges with paid traffic is, first off, it's paid, which means you've got to have a budget and you've got to continue putting money in, because if you stop a paid ad campaign, your traffic shuts off. It's almost like a faucet. You can turn it on with money, but you also turn it off with money. So if you're running paid ads, you need to make sure that you're getting a return on ad spend. ROAS is the term, the acronym, return on ad spend, that allows you to continue investing in ads. So if you're spending $1,000 a month on ads and you're not making $1,000 a month in return on your ad spend, then you need to make sure that you can continue to invest $1,000 a month in ads without making money to continue that. Otherwise, you're going to lose the traffic when you turn the ad off because you're not getting the return on the ad spend that you need. So paid ads can help like give a boost. They can be great for driving traffic to webinars or to products or sales, but you really want to make sure that you're getting a return on that ad spend, or you're going to very quickly kind of go in the hole. And that's not the direction that you want to go with traffic. You want to be able to grow your business. The whole point is to build your revenue. So as long as you have a set mark, I need to make a 4-to-1 return on my ad spend. For every $1,000 I invest in ads, I expect to make $4,000 back. I just want to break even. I don't really care what I do right now. This is a test. I have $3,000 to invest in ads and I want to see how it goes. You make those decisions for your business, but I want you to think about that and understand that there is a bucket of money associated with those paid ad options. Sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't. So you can do Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, etc. You can do whatever channel your ideal customer is spending time on, where you want to connect with them, all of that. Every social platform has an ad platform as well at this point, or they're developing it. I don't know that Threads has one yet, but Threads is also brand new, but it's owned by Meta, so it's going to have ads. There's no way that they're not going to do ads. So how do you know when you're looking at your reports what traffic is working? Your paid traffic is going to be exactly the same as your organic. So you're going to look back at your paid traffic channel and you want to understand how many people are coming from paid traffic. Are they engaging with my content? Are they downloading my opt-ins? Like, how is that content engaging? Because if you're driving traffic through ads and they're not buying, it's going to be hard to scale. Because it feels like you're just working with a slot machine when you just keep putting more money in, but you're not getting anything out, and you're just hoping and praying that maybe someday you'll make some money back on this. Hoping and praying is not going to make you hit the revenue goals that you want for your business. You've got to make sure that you understand what's working and what's not working, okay? So how do you create a strategy to increase your traffic to a website? Well, you want to think about what channels are you going to use? So you've got your free channels like your SEO and your content marketing, your social media, your email list, your referral traffic. You've got your paid channels. You've got your Facebook and Instagram and Google and every other kind of social media platform and display and all of that. So I want you to think about the options. And now the way that you set a marketing plan and you set a goal to increase your traffic, you need to answer a couple questions. Do you have a marketing budget? If you do, great. How much is it? Because that's going to dictate how many clicks you can get from paid traffic. If you don't have a marketing budget, you cannot rely on ads. If your marketing budget is $100 a month, you cannot rely on ads because at this point, it's about $5 per click is what I'm seeing for most of these paid sources. Some are cheaper, some are less, but it's usually about $5 a lead. At $100 a month, that's 20 leads. Can you build your business to the level you want it at just 20 leads a month? If you convert at 2%, which is average, that's 4 sales a month. Great if you happen to sell a $5,000 or $10,000 program, 4 sales a month is fantastic. But if you sell something for $100, that's $400 a month that you're making. You've invested $100, which is great, but can you survive on $300 a month in revenue from your business? Probably not, because at that point, that's more of a hobby than a business, and you're probably not able to pay bills. I don't know about you, but my bills are more than $300 a month. So you just want to look at realistically, what can you invest in? How much do you have to put into ads? Are ads the right route for you? If you don't have a marketing budget or you have a small marketing budget like that, then you want to look at some of the free channels as well. Now, I know social media seems easy and fun and SEO gets this rap as being so much harder, but the reality is SEO has a much longer lifespan than social media, and it has a significantly larger reach. So SEO has 1,000% more traffic that it's going to send you than organic social media. And the average lifespan of a well-optimized blog post or website page is years compared to minutes to hours, maybe a maximum of 48 hours for most social media. The only really different ones there would be YouTube and Pinterest, which both are like, YouTube is about 30 days, Pinterest is about 3.5 months for your average lifespan. but your blog posts can work for 5 or 6 years if you know what you're doing and you create the right type blog post. So now you've thought about your budget. You've thought about what your goals are. What I want you to do is set a realistic traffic goal. At this point, what is the increase that you're looking for? Where are you today? Remember, you did a baseline report. You have a good understanding of how your traffic has been over the last year, and now you're looking at where you want to go from here, and you've got your goals that you want to achieve. So how much more traffic do you need? I don't want you to go in and say, I'm going to quadruple my traffic, because that's not realistic unless you've got some huge budget for all sorts of content development and lots of ads, and you've got time that you're going to blog daily. Like, you need to make sure that it feels realistic. Generally speaking, we look for a 10 to 20% increase in traffic. That's a pretty good goal for most websites to have, because you then continually increase. We like to see a year-over-year increase for sure. Month over month can be really good as well when you're starting to use additional channels to really help market your business. So you're going to think about, do you have a budget? You're going to choose the channels that you want to focus on based on your goals and your budgets. You're going to select a very realistic traffic increase goal, and then you're going to put together a plan. So are you going to do more social media? Are you going to do more SEO and content? Are you going to buy paid ads? What are you going to do? And you want to make sure that you are getting people to your website. So whatever channel you're going to use, I recommend 1 or 2 to start. And then as you start to feel comfortable with those, you can always add in more. I want you to continue tracking, watching your monthly metrics so that you know if what you're doing is working. Are you getting an increase in your traffic? Are they the right people? Are they downloading your lead magnets? If you don't know how to track all of this, join me in Simple SEO Content. I walk you through how to set up the goals in Google Analytics so that you can tell which channel is sending you the leads, where the sales are coming from. You can determine if you're getting an ROI on the different investments that you're doing from a marketing perspective. Like, you need to understand how all of this is working. So there are lots and lots and lots of options for you to increase traffic to your website. I want you to focus on how you're doing today, where you want to get to, and which channels you're going to use, and then create a plan. Read through the blog post on this. There is a long, very detailed, very in-depth blog post that goes with this particular episode that will walk you through all of this and help you to really, truly understand how to get more traffic to your website. All right. If you have questions, DM me on Instagram. If SEO is going to be one of your main channels, it should be. DM the word SEO on Instagram, and I'll send you the SEO Content Quick Start Guide, which will help you. And then also make sure you've taken my free class to get started as well. And then when you're ready, join me in Simple SEO Content, because I can explain a whole lot more in there than I can on the podcast or in the free classes. I can go in depth and really help you to craft your strategy and help you to analyze the numbers and understand what everything means and help you get more results and get more traffic to your website. All right, bye for now.